Love, this for all my boss days. Go through your boss days. Loving how you boss, babe. This for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing love. This for all my boss days. Go through your boss days.
Boss fam, really quick, you have got to start automating your sales process. I know you love your cleaning business, this is your baby, but you can't do everything. You're trying to run a business here. So automate your sales process so that you can have more time to close deals and grow your cleaning business. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're the CEO, you're the owner. So you are responsible for growing the business, not doing all those small day-to-day tasks. And if you don't know how to automate your sales process, I have a guide. So go in the link in the description and download the guide. That way you can start automating the sales process and start growing your business and working on your business instead of in it. Love you guys. Keep that boss mentality. Peace. I specialize in coaching and consulting for new and aspiring commercial cleaning business owners just like you. My goal is to equip you with the tools and the knowledge you need to thrive in this competitive industry. I come up with a custom plan for you and your business. Best practices, marketing strategies, and industry secrets, and anything else you need to get ahead. You're also going to save a lot of money by avoiding costly mistakes by learning from someone who's experienced and who's done exactly what you're trying to do. Book a one-on-one session with me, and we can help get your business to the next level.
What's up, Boss Fam? It's your boy DJ the Boss, and I am back with another Tuesday live and episode of the Cleaning Boss Podcast, the show where I try to give you the most value and help you become the ultimate cleaning boss and be obviously the boss of your cleaning business. I own a cleaning business I started about 8 years ago. If you guys are new to the channel, if you're new to the podcast, my company's name is Gico Commercial Cleaning. We're up here in Seattle, Washington. We've been in business for the past 8 years. I started my cleaning business when I was homeless, fell on hard times. And yeah, I've been able to change that situation greatly. My life looks completely different than it did about a decade ago now. And I'm extremely grateful for this industry and for this cleaning business community. If you're here, welcome to the realest cleaning business community on the internet. Super grateful to be here, but that's the reason why I do stuff like this, Tuesday live streams every Tuesday at 3 p.m. to give back to the industry that quite frankly saved my life. So this is one of the most valuable things I do on my platform is to show up every week live for an hour so that you guys can chat with me and talk to me and ask me questions about your cleaning business, get specific help, get specific advice, maybe get my input on something that you're going through in your cleaning business. I would absolutely love to help. So get those questions in the comments. Let me know where you guys are calling in from or watching from. Let me pull up the comments real quick. My comments not showing. Yeah, get in the comments, man. Ask your questions. Let me know. Just say what up. Just let me know that you're here. I don't want to feel like I'm talking into an endless void. So get in the comment section and let your boy know that you are rocking with us and you are a part of the realest cleaning business community on the internet. The community only works if we all participate. And don't think that your question, even if you feel like it's been asked a million times or you feel like it's repetitive or you just need clarity, still ask your question. Still put it in the comment. The community doesn't work unless everyone participates and puts in. And your question may be someone else's question. You may be slightly scared to ask that question, and maybe someone else is even more scared than you are to ask that question. And you probably aren't the only one that needs an answer, that needs some input or direction on it. So don't be shy. Get in the comments. Ask whatever's on your mind. I can't wait to help everybody. How the show works, I usually always have like a little bit of a topic that I talk about in terms of the cleaning industry that I prepare every week to also give people time to find the live stream and to come on and be a part of the community and get some of this value. Assured Comfort Cleaning in the building. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much. However, how's everybody doing? What cities are we in from? We usually get a good mix of people from all over the planet, quite frankly. We have Nigeria quite often. We have the UK in the building often. Lots of Texas. So yeah, let me know where y'all tapping in from. I would love to know. Rep your city for me real quick. It also gives me context of what what kind of advice to give and what type of things to talk about, given the regions of the people that are asking the question. So yeah, let me know where you're watching from. Put that down in the comments, and of course your cleaning business questions, because I can't wait to help. That's the main reason why I do this, is to bring as much value to the community as I possibly can. And um, I truly believe in that as a business principle. The more value you provide monetarily, it comes back to you. Like I don't even try to make money on this channel, but it makes money because you're providing value, and that thing just works. That it kind of just works itself out if you focus on being of help to people. And this has nothing to do with today's topic, but even in your cleaning business, if you switch your mentality to how can I be of service? How can I actually help this business? How can I actually help this house be managed more efficiently? How can I help this business be more profitable? Or by you know disinfecting and keeping their employees sick time down. Those are real. Those are real numbers. Those affect businesses in real ways. So if you focus on those things, you'll be able to find reasons why people should be working with you, and you'll find confidence to sell your service like you actually love it, and like you actually believe it, because you'll have the data and the research and the knowledge to actually back it up. So yeah, be of service, be useful, be helpful, try to be helpful to people. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. Again, welcome as everyone chimes in. Don't forget, put your questions in the comments. This is one of the most valuable things I do on my platform as a whole, is to answer questions in real time for the cleaning business community. uh, get your questions in the comments. I love to give back. I love to provide value. If you want some input or some direction, or maybe find out how I got through a particular situation or stage in my business, that's what this whole live stream is about. So participate. The community does not work if we don't participate. So there's the realest cleaning business community, and it is because of the people in the comment section who pop up and participate, like Assured Comfort Cleaning, and like all around everything cleaning services. Always in the chat. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. And we got Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. Shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas. I actually did a back in high school. I went out to Little Rock. It might have been Pine Bluff, actually, to do like a band competition, a marching band competition. I'm from New Orleans, so band is a little bit different than it is in the rest of the country, in the HBCU belt of the world. But yeah, shout out to Little Rock, Arkansas. I had a good time while I was out there. But what else we got? What else we got? We got Jacine White Eye from Canada. What up to Canada? Shout out to the whole Canada. It's my neighbors right up north of me. I'm about an hour away from Canada. Super, super close. So shout out to Canada. I know things are a little bit different for the most part. For the most part, the same doing business out in Canada. But shout out to Canada. I appreciate y'all for being in the chat. But to get to what I want to talk about today, to try to provide some value for the cleaning business. This is the topic that honestly, you guys might click off, but no one's gonna like this. No one's gonna like this particular topic. Uh, the dog says, "Oh, how's the airport deal going?" So if you guys don't know, I released a video where I did a walkthrough of one of the largest businesses in the world, to be honest. Boeing, the airplane manufacturer. You guys know I'm out here in Seattle, Everett to be specific, which is where Boeing's primary manufacturing plant is. So they employ like half the city, and then most of the other businesses work through them in this area. So I got an opportunity to go, something I've been working on since the start of my business, and presenting myself, and working with clients that service them, and making sure I did media that had their airplanes in the background, and cleaned offices of people who work with them and stuff like that, just to try to get their attention. And it took 8 years, obviously, but yeah, we got their attention. We were able to build enough brand and enough trust in the community to where they wanted to do business with us. And I kind of tried my best to document that process in the recent video. If you saw, it's very hard to record something like that because Boeing is a Department of Defense contract, and so you really can't just film in there. But because I was in there performing a service, I kind of got like knock that off. But like, you're okay. I understand why you're doing it. And so I kind of just doubled up and used that footage to to do a YouTube video. So hopefully I don't get into too much trouble for trying to show you guys a little bit of what I do. But the deal's going great. So they've reached out to us for several jobs. Uh we don't have the contract, the main contract, but we do a lot of work for them. So they reach out to us for specific jobs. They have a lot of space in there. So but yeah, like the deal that we went for, we did that job. They called us back for some carpets. They called us back for a couple event cleanings and things like that. But yeah, we still do work with them. It's still a really difficult. I really need to get that everyday contract still. It's great. I'm not so if anyone in Boeing or in Seattle like sees this and is talking to people at Boeing, look, I'm not complaining about the amount of work that we get at all. I am extremely grateful that we are able to do any work at all with Boeing. But the deal's going great. The relationships are good. We're just waiting for that space to open up for us to wiggle into that everyday spot, and then we'll be golden. But it's going great. Thanks for asking, man. I appreciate you. That's a deep question. Yeah, it is. It's really awesome, man. It's really awesome. I really encourage people when you get these deals and these jobs with brands that have larger brand than you, larger brand equity in your community, or larger brand equity in the areas that you're trying to target. Use that. Use that as much as you can. That's no, there's nothing wrong with using that those companies' brands. I do it even with the local government contracts. I did that in a video as well, where we had the a couple government contracts with the state, and every time we were in a state building, guess what? Our phones are out, our cameras are out, and we're filming to let people know, hey, we're trustworthy enough to work with the state government that you pay, and the power the utility companies that you pay every month or whatever. So these companies, we're just trying to piggyback off that brand and become one of those recognizable, basically utility companies that everyone knows in the area. So that's kind of how I look at local marketing. Run your ads in your local area so that you build up that brand, everyone knows you build up awareness, and then you do things like that to even more so solidify and build trust in your community. And then you start getting reached out to by the biggest companies that do business in your area, whether they're national companies and they just have one thing in that area, or it's your local company that does your $10 to $30 million a year or what have you. But yeah, that's kind of how the Boeing thing came about. That's how most of my other work came about. I had one client that looked a certain way. I recorded and put up media and showing that this is the type of work that we do, and more clients like that reach out to me. Go figure. But that's it. See. Sure Comfort says, "Oh wow, I love that for you. I love it for me too. It's pretty awesome. It's a headache and a half trying to have all your because I can't subcontract anything at all with this particular contract because everybody who enters has to have TSA clearance and a certain background check, and they have to have a badge, and they have to get through two gates. They have to have a vehicle because you can't just walk from the front from the front gate to the door. You still need to drive. It's a huge facility like that. Like you guys saw like where my old office was that we just moved out of, like we sat right across the street, directly across the street from the back of their of their facility. To get there, it's still a 6.5 minute drive for me to get to their front gate from my office, and my office is across the street. It's that big. It's huge. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all being in the chat. Thank y'all for always being the realest cleaning business community on the internet. I love it so much. But today, like I said, not going to be a popular topic. This is the audit. Welcome to the audit. We're going to take a deep look at ourselves and what we're doing because this I had a consultation earlier today, and this person was doing great, absolutely great. They're working, they're busy, they're getting things done, and that's all I can ask for in an entrepreneur. You're working and you're getting things done, but there's a level of planning that most of us are either procrastinating or not putting in enough attention to, and things kind of just get out of hand when you don't plan. And so mainly the complaint is usually I don't make enough money to cover my expenses. And while that's a problem, there may be you may be wrong about it. Now that's it's okay if if you literally just don't make enough money to cover your expenses, but generally that's not the case. So there's two places where you need to look to find more time and more money. Because if you don't have enough money, that means you have time. Because if you don't have money, then what do you spend? You should spend your time making money. But if you don't have enough money, that means your time is being used unwisely. You're not using your time wisely if you don't have enough money to cover your expenses. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing all day if you're not making money, if it's not in an attempt to make money? Now, I don't think that you're just sitting around like doing nothing. I understand people are doing research and whatnot, but this is what I mean by audit. Are you doing income producing activities? So the first thing you need to audit in order to keep yourself out of this situation is your schedule. Your schedule. What is actually on your schedule? What are you actually doing every day? And if you don't know, take a day, take one solid day, maybe a week, so you get a realistic view of what a typical day looks like, and actually audit your time hour by hour. If you really want to get the most out of an exercise like this, minute by minute, audit your time minute by minute, the full 24 hours, including sleep, including everything that you're doing, and really see how you are spending your time. How much are you actually working? Not thinking about work, not watching YouTube videos about work. How much time are you spending knocking on doors? How long are you spending making calls? How long are you spending doing follow-ups? How long are you spending doing emails, reaching out to people, making posts? How much time are you spending actually doing the income producing activities, actually doing the things that you're procrastinating doing? Figure that out, and then make a schedule around the things that you want to prioritize, the things that are important to you. If your business is important to you, then prioritize it. Actually spend more hours doing it. But as I guarantee you that if most people audit their time and really took a look at it hour by hour, minute by minute, you will see that you actually probably don't work as much as you think you do. Especially if you are someone who has the gall, you got the audacity to say you want to be a business owner, you want to be in the top 1% of earners in the world, and you're not spending time working, you're not spending the time making the money doing the activities that actually bring in the revenue. What are you doing? Audit your time. Maybe less, like if you're not making the money that you want to make, maybe less free time. Like for me, it started, this particular way of thinking started honestly with Dave Ramsey. Now, I don't agree with all of Dave Ramsey's thing, but in the beginning, when I was, coming from the homeless version of my life and my situation, he said something that really, really stuck out to me, because this is something that I did. And he was like, he told someone else, broke people don't go on broke people don't go on vacations. Broke people don't go out to eat. Broke people work. That's it. And I heard that, and it hit me differently because, yeah, I don't know. I went places and I went out to eat like all the time. So once I realized, I was like, I kind of have to look at myself and be like, yeah, I probably didn't need to go to that sushi spot. I probably could have just made something to eat at home. I probably could have just cooked the groceries that I have in my fridge. I could probably eat some leftovers and not go out today. Instead of throwing out some leftovers. Like it's it's your decision making. I always say it's always a behavior problem. Money's always a behavior problem. But understand what effort is. Like also, and that before that time period when I'm just getting started, I wasn't just working 8 hours a day. I was working until I passed out. I couldn't even give you a number, whether it was 16 hours, 17 hours, 18 hours a day. I was working until I passed out because I actually wanted to make it. I actually wanted to change my situation. That's what you're up against. There's somebody in your town who's sick of their situation, who's not going to stop working until they pass out. And then they're going to wake up and they're going to work again. That's what you're up against. So if you think that you're going to watch a YouTube video for 20 minutes, spend 20 minutes looking at your website, make 2 posts this week, and that you're gonna make a difference, you're gonna make any headway in any relative amount of time, no, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Understand what actual effort actually is. Are you spending 8 hours? If you have a full-time job, awesome. Your full-time job should be covering your basic expenses. Then you're not in this category. Then I'm not even really talking to you. If you have a full-time job, then your expenses should be covered. Otherwise, you might need to start looking for a different type of full-time job, or working a lot harder in the hours where you're not at that 9 to 5, actually working and doing the income producing activities in your business. For people who call themselves full-time in this industry and full-time in this business, you 8 hours is the minimum. It's the bare minimum for you. You always have a job. There's always something for you to do. I can't stand when people book consultation. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do you mean? There's so much to do. There's always 8 hours of work for you to do. If you're not cleaning, you're managing and you're selling. If you're not managing and selling, then you are building brand and you are networking. Like there's always 8 hours a day of work for you to do minimum. You always have a job. Your job just keeps getting pushed up the chain until you hire a CEO to replace you completely. That's it. You're working. You have to work. There's always something for you to be doing. There's always something for you that you could be doing to further your business. So I encourage you to audit your time and spend more time working on your business. The income producing activities, not the things that make you feel good. I watched this YouTube video. I think I know I got a little bit of an idea about something that I researched. Like, no, yes, research, but then go implement those things. Actually get those tasks done. Don't let them sit there. If your basic money isn't there, the basic needs aren't being met, that usually means you are not working enough. You are not spending enough time working. Spend more time working. I know this is going to be an unpopular topic because that's where that's where everyone is. No one wants to keep a schedule or to keep a budget. You know, money might not be there because of budget, which is the next thing I want to talk about is a budget. Just like a schedule, audit. Just like I have you audit your schedule, audit your budget. Most of you don't even keep a budget, but you have to tell your money what to do. I guarantee you, if you look through your bank account over the last 3 months and you actually go through what each purchase was, where every cent went, dollar for dollar, and categorize them out, a lot of it you probably wish you didn't spend. And you probably have a lot more money than you think you have. It just comes down to your behavior and your habits. Actually manage your money. Tell your money what to do. Set a budget. Keep a budget. Income on one side, expenses on the other. Make the math work. Make sure the number at the end of subtracting one from the other, subtracting the expenses from the income, make sure that's a positive number. It may require you to cut some things off of the expense side. Yes, that's where the behavior comes in. Change your behavior and it will change. I guarantee you. I absolutely guarantee you. But people say they don't have money and they say they're working full time and they still don't have don't have enough money. Those are the two things. Either you're not spending enough time working or you're not managing your budget. You're not managing your money well. And managing your money well means living within your means. And that's the real thing is you don't want to give up the three other subscriptions that you have, even though you only watch one show on that network. You still got to have that subscription just to see that one show, and you don't want to cancel it. Well, you don't actually want to do the activities that are going to put you in the 1%. And I'm not like, what's crazy is there's nothing wrong with that. You're normal. You're just normal. That's okay. It's okay to be normal. It's okay to be a normal person, a normal human being. But business ownership, entrepreneurship, people who are successful, we're not normal people. None of us are normal people. If you want to be at the top of any industry, if you are the top of any, those aren't normal people. I'm the type of person who, if it really comes down to it, I will work until I pass out. That's not normal. I will sacrifice things that I want to buy and save money until I can buy it 4 times. That's not normal because most people don't save money. So you got to do something. You got to do something different to be different. You have to. So you might have to make some budget cuts. But within that comes in a great amount of empowerment because you get to allocate budgets for certain things. If there's something that you want in your life and it fits within your budget, you get to allocate that money and have a section of your budget dedicated for it. That's telling your money what to do. Your other expenses are taken care of when you look at your budget and you see that there's space for another 500 or $1,000 somewhere. Then cool. Now you get to have a marketing budget, or you get to have budget to get whatever, a new business subscription or something for your business, or test some ads or what have you. But that's how you get to those things is you budget. You actually watch every dollar that you spend and you stick to your budget. Nobody wants to do it, but it's what separates people. Your schedule and your budget. Those two things. Time and money. Time and money. Your schedule and your budget. Audit those two things. Audit your schedule, audit your budget, and I guarantee you life will be better. It would be so hard not to improve things if you're not meticulously managing your schedule and meticulously managing your budget. Make sure your schedule is has the actual appropriate amount of hours to that someone actually should be working if they expect to cover their life expenses. Cool. Do that, and then your budget. How are you spending your money? Are you do you have expenses that need to be cut out so that you can get underneath the amount of income that you make so that you're saving money at the end of the month, or that net value at the end of the month is a positive number, maybe even after savings. I don't know. Then do you do something else with the rest or enjoy the rest? That's kind of how I used to do it. I would have everything, every dollar kind of mapped out to a specific amount of money that I wanted, because I had a specific amount I wanted to save. I had a specific amount for all my expenses. I had a specific amount of money that was just for spending or discretionary spending. And then sometimes when I was making more money, or when the money would increase, we'd have a good month. There's extra money. Then that money would get split into different sections of whatever I wanted to do with it. But I could also take some of it and just have some fun. You know, that it gives you get empowered when you tell your life what to do. Don't let things just happen to you. Take control of it. Take control of it. Don't let life or don't let your business just happen around you. It's no fun that way. I promise you, it's no fun that way. But that's my spill. I really want you guys to take today. It's what is it? Tuesday, still early in the week. Do it today. Do it today. Audit your time, audit your money really quick. Take a look back at the last month in your bank statements or your bank account. Most of you have an app now. You can do it on your app. Most of your apps probably have like a spreadsheet or like a chart or whatever that you can look and even visualize it just inside of your app. Take a look at that stuff. Actually pay attention. See, I should be able to ask you how much you spend on utilities, and for a total, you should probably know that number right off the top of your head, or whatever, or anything within you. How much are you spending on groceries every month? Some people they just buy groceries, and I'm just like, that's wild. That's wild. I'm not about to just go and just buy groceries and just be at the mercy of whatever they cost. I have a set amount of money that that I have set to spend on groceries, and that's what we spend on groceries. And most people just live like that. They're just spending the money. They're just spending the money to whatever to no limit. And so that's a dangerous place to be in, and you don't want to be in that habit with your personal expenses or your business expenses. But I'm done listening to me talk. I want to talk to my community. If you guys have questions, put them in the comments now. I really want to help my community. What are you struggling with? What's going on in your cleaning business? Or just tell me what's going on in your cleaning business. We don't even have to get into if you have a question or whatever. Just chat with me. What's going on in your business? I want to know what's going on in my industry with the realist cleaning business community on the internet, man. I love y'all. And this is one of the most valuable things that I do on this channel, so take advantage of it. I'll be here for a little bit. Let's see. We'll get back to the comments. And who we got in here? Florence, Alabama in the building. I ain't miss you. I see you. People of Reddit says, thank you so much, DJ, for giving us free advice. Seeing you land contracts like this is inspiring and gives me the win in my sales, since right now I lost 2 of my clients. That's tough. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Super sorry to hear that. It does suck. Those type of things sting. It's just you work harder to replace them. Now you know, hey, I'm on my goal to get 4 clients now. So that if I lose another 2, I almost don't even notice it. But yeah, that's why it's so important to kind of keep doing all these activities continuously. All these things continuously. If you're in it, be dedicated to it, so that you can continue to get new clients, so that when clients drop off, it doesn't set you back. It always stings. Excuse me. It always stings to lose a client. It always hurts. There's no way around that. You're definitely and depending on the client, you definitely feel it financially. So it happens. It happens, but get back on the horse. You got 2 clients, you can get 2 more. You can get 2 more. They will come. You just keep working. Keep working. How did you get those two? Scale those activities. How did you get any of your other clients? Scale those activities. Hopefully that the customer acquisition cost is profitable on those. It sounds like it was, since it seems like a client that was doing okay for you, but yeah, I know that sucks. It's a tough mental spot to fight through, but yeah, I encourage you to fight through, man, because it's not over. It's just the beginning. E- Steve Jones says to make it in the cleaning industry requires hard work when you are just getting started, and then do your best to keep moving forward. That's so true. That is absolutely so true. The beginning is the hardest part. The beginning is the hardest. The beginning is the absolute hardest. I don't care what anybody else says. That 0 to the first 100,000 is the hardest thing. The hardest thing that could be done. You know why? Because most people are closer to zero than they are to 100,000. Most people are closer to zero. It's hard. It's hard, hard, hard. You have to believe in it when it doesn't seem like it's gonna work. I tell you, like the but business as a whole, like you have, like once you believe that the business is gonna work for you, go all in with it. Go all in. You have to go all in. You're betting on yourself. You're not betting on an industry. You're betting on I'm gonna work hard enough to make this work. It's not about whether or not the cleaning business works, or if it's possible to sell cleaning, or if there's other cleaners in my area. None of that matters. It's am I gonna work hard enough to make it work? Whatever you do, even maybe today you watch this and you're like, oh, I didn't know cleaning business was so much work. Or maybe I'm not gonna do a cleaning business. Cool, awesome. Whatever it is that you do, that like have that type of effort into it. Put that type of effort into it. Go all in. Go absolutely all in. Are you gonna do the work? Are you gonna put in the work to make it work? When things are going bad, when things are not actually working, when things are maybe losing you a little bit of money, are you going to continue to work? Are you going to continue to work until you get better and until you figure it out? See, if we got any other questions in the comments? I see another couple of things popped up. No Big Homie says, what's good, bro? Any advice or comments on obtaining grants and working with agency that supports minority owned businesses? So grants, yes, definitely apply for all the grants that you can. It's really copywriting. It's just copywriting. So if copywriting is a skill for you, then taking advantage of grants, and they're all over the place. Not just government websites. There's all kinds of entities that have grants for businesses for all kind of things, and that does require you to go and make sure you are set up and registered as a minority owned business, and things like that. Um, so you can show that you're qualified for these things that you're qualified for. But yeah, if copywriting is something that's a passion of yours, if you're good at it, something that you want to spend the time on, and that you want to actually take that avenue of building capital seriously, then yeah, go for it. Definitely go for it. Um, but yeah, it's a copywriting thing. So if copywriting is not your strength, here's what my advice would be. It would be to pay to pay someone to work on these things for you. Now that means you need to be a little bit more strategic with which grants you apply for, because now each application costs you a little bit, because you have to pay the person that you are having to write these grant proposals for you. But still worth it if you end up getting the grant, and maybe you can work out some type of payment structure where their commission or their pay is based on performance. Whether if you actually get grant money, then a percentage goes to them, but you will still have to pay them up front to do the work. But yeah, grants are great, but getting grants is not a business model though. That's a way to build some capital, but that's not a business model. Like most people, this is what I get. Like, so I go back home in New Orleans. I'm back in the hood. I'm back in the night ward. I'm talking to my people. They see I'm doing business. They see I got the YouTube channel. They see I got all these other businesses and whatnot. And they get to scheming, and they say things like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get these grants. I'm apply for this loan." But I know these dudes ain't trying to do no real business. They just want the grant money. That's it. They just want the grant money. That's the end all be all for them, is getting the grant money. So I'm not saying that that's you. I'm just saying, like, that's not a business model. So if you are making zero money with with the money that you have now, getting grant money ain't gonna make it easier for you to make any money. I can tell you, you'll spend half of it before you make a dime. So so it's scary that someone, if I don't know, I don't know what level you are at your business. So I'm just saying this, speaking from my own perspective, uh, and what it looked like when I was starting, because I got a big chunk of money when I first started, and it was gone. It literally did me nothing. It literally did nothing for me because I didn't know how to make any money. I knew how to spend it, and I thought I knew business, but most businesses, especially service businesses, you don't need money. You don't need money. What do you like? You think you need money, but my business was built from the revenue that the business generated. So if your business isn't generating revenue, pouring money on top of it isn't really going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. So if you're already going and you have expenses and you have like a dialed in customer acquisition cost that's profitable, and you have a lead flow or a sales flow or a sales system that's actually kicking money and actually generating a positive ROI for your business, that's something you throw money onto. Then you throw money onto what's already working, and that's what scale is. Then it scales. But just because you got a grant doesn't mean that business is going to be great, or you're going to thrive in business. Or just because you got a loan doesn't mean you're going to thrive in business. You can play some financial arbitrage and even get funding, go angel investor, have a seed round and series A and stuff like that. And that still doesn't mean you're going to make money. Most of the companies that went that route in the 2020, early 2020, 22, when they were shilling out millions of dollars for all these tech companies, though they're all having down rounds this year. They're all negative right now because they're not actually making money. My business, my cleaning business, and the way that I teach people how to run a cleaning business, it seems like I'm damn near the only one that teaches people to get paid up front so that you have the money in your business. Does that not make sense to you? That you need the money in order to do the business, that's in order to carry out the service. So people like get paid up front. And now I don't need anything. Now, like, yes, once I'm used to getting clients, once I have a method for getting clients, I need money to put on that method for getting more and more and more clients. That's pouring money on something that's working. You don't just get money and get a grant or get a loan and have that just be the end all be all and life's great because you got this grant. You're gonna lose the money if you don't already know how to make money. But yeah, I love that question though. I don't. I thank you for inspiring me to go on the rant that I went on. I'm not saying any of that was you, but I appreciate the question and kind of steering my head in that direction because I did. That's something I've been wanting to get out on camera for a while now. Let's see what else we got. If you guys, this is one of the most valuable things that I do on this channel, on my platform in general, is answering questions real time from my cleaning business community, the realest cleaning business community on the internet at that. So if you have any questions about your cleaning business, you want to talk about anything about your cleaning business or the industry in general, put it in the comments, man. I love this. I love doing this. This is what I love to do. So yeah, participate. The community does not work unless we participate in it. So yeah, put your questions down in the comments and yeah, get to know everybody. Let's see, where were we? Demetria says, "Can you give me any tips to make the startup easier? Easier? Why? Easier? Why? What exactly is difficult for you? What do you feel like is difficult? Because I mean, I don't even want anything to be easy. Anything that's worth having is worth working hard and waiting for. You don't like honestly have no easy things. What I can say is it's probably easier than you actually think it is if you just did it. If you just, like everyone thinks cold calling is so hard. Like, yeah, it is so hard until you do it, until you pick up the phone and you dial some numbers. It's not that hard after you do it a couple times. No, it's not that hard. Easy is relative. Easy is relative. Like it's what is easier? Like I have a 5-year-old daughter. It's easier for me to reach something on top of the fridge than it is for her. But that's because I'm larger than her. I've been around for longer than she has. So for me, like, it's easier to get business because I've been doing this longer than you. Like, it's easier. Of course, it's easier for me because I've been doing this forever. Like, easy is relative. And one, we shouldn't be looking for the easy way. You should be trying to challenge yourself. So I just don't think that that's the question that you're actually trying to ask. I think you're trying to ask it in a different way. I think you're trying to ask to, like, how do you avoid some of the pitfalls in this startup? And that just comes from being knowledgeable, being involved in communities like this, and other communities like mine, and people online that you see like me, being knowledgeable about your industry, being willing to learn and being able to take information in, but also being able to decipher where and why this information is coming to you. Because a lot of people, they see things on the internet and they can't tell what's a sales pitch and what's education, what's information and what's product placement. So a lot of people can't tell the difference between that. So if you have that level of discernment, then you're going to be okay. But yeah, that's it. You keep learning, and it makes the decision making easier. But easy comes from practice, and easy comes from doing the things, actually doing the things. Let's see what else we got. Appreciate you, Dimitri. I really appreciate you being on the live stream. Thanks for joining the chat and asking a question. That helps. Your question always helps somebody else that you don't know. So thousands of people watch these videos, hundreds of people watch these videos and spend hours watching these videos. So you never know who else you could be helping. You could be changing someone else's business and getting help with your own by asking a question. So put your questions in the comments. Let me know what you guys got here for a little bit longer. So we'll get this in. Try to bring as much value as possible. Steve Jones says you have to be in it to win it. Facts. You got to be in it, man. You got to be locked in. Like, I used to have a couple of my friends wanted to start a cleaning business once I said it, and they saw that I was actually serious about doing it. And they're like, "Well, yeah, I'm gonna start one." And I'm like, "Cool, cool," but like, I know you're not about to work more than me or harder than me, so I don't know what it is that you think you're doing, because I'm actually in this full time. Like, I'm not, especially in the beginning. I didn't take time off. Like I said, I didn't go on vacations. I didn't eat out. I worked. I worked. That's how you get money, is you work. It's not going to be easy. Dragons and Scissors says DJ dropping gems. I try my best, man. I try my best. Try my best. That's all I can do. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being on the live. No Big Homie says facts. That makes sense. And I'm at level 1. Hey, that's the proving grounds, man. That's the proving. That's where it needs to be. And there's no, like, I look at everyone who's in business the same. Like, the people who I look at different are the people who I see entrepreneurial potential in, and that are unhappy in their jobs. Those are the type of people that I kind of look not down on, but I'm like, dang, I feel for you. I have a little bit of pity for you. I'm like, man, because you don't realize you haven't gotten yourself to believe that having something for yourself could be a lot more beneficial for you in the long run, and you have the potential to do it. And so it gets me down a little bit when I see people kind of squandering that potential, um, or that just don't understand or believe that it is possible for them, and so they stay somewhere that they won't reach their full potential, and that gets me down a bit. But being at level 1, you're a business owner, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. You're a business owner just like me. Does anybody know, like what Boss Sam? My actual name is Derek, by the way. I don't know if I've said this on this platform, on YouTube specifically. My actual name is Derek. Uh, I go by DJ because I'm a junior. My name Derek Junior. My family's always called me DJ. This channel was never supposed to be like a business YouTube channel, so that's why it has my family name on it. But DJ the Boss. I put DJ the Boss for, like, brothers and businesses of the same struggle. BOSS, businesses of the same struggle. We're in this together, man. We are the same. The same problems I have are the same problems you have. New clients, new employees. That's what I want. Isn't that what you want? You want new clients and new employees, right? Me too. We in this together. We are businesses of the same struggle. That's why I call everybody boss. That's why this channel is DJ the Boss. That's why we're cleaning bosses. We are cleaning businesses of the same struggle. The No Big Homie says, is it beneficial to register as a minority-owned business? If you want to do if you're going the grant route, if you're going to like apply for grants that are for specifically minority-owned businesses, then yeah, it's very important. If it's something that you want to use as an identity for your business and marketing and branding to reach a certain demographic, then yeah, it's important. If none of that stuff are things that you want to do or things that you care about, then no, it's not important. So it just kind of just depends on what it is that you want to, how you want to align your business with the public. So it can be important. It can be a nothing burger. So. Sure Cover Cleaning says, when you said get paid up front, I have been using that model. Good. I bet things are easier for you, aren't they? I bet it's a lot easier for you to plan to figure out how you're going to buy equipment and how you're going to pay employees because you already have the money. Tell me I'm lying. It's easy. I've been using that model since I started because I had to. And that's what makes the most sense. It should make sense. Business should make sense. It shouldn't be some super, like everyone tries to make it some super complicated, convoluted math algorithm calculus problem. It's not that. I promise you, it's not that. Are you making money? Do you provide a service that people pay you for? Do you provide a product that people pay you for? Is what they pay you more than what you pay to produce it or to give that service? That's business. That's it. I don't care what it is you do, what it is you sell. That's business. Can you provide the service or the product for more and charge more than it costs you to produce it? That's business. And are you doing that? Are you actually getting clients? Are you actually getting customers? Are people actually paying money for the thing? That's business. Some of these businesses get funded to the tune of tens and hundreds of millions of dollars to get funded, and they never make the 10 million or the $100 million back. That's not business. That's a failure. That's not what I'm here for. Cool. You get to play financial arbitrage. You get to carve yourself out a 6-figure salary and live comfortably. Cool. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be in the 1%. That's not 1% activity. That's upper middle class activity. Cool. That's great too. If people want that life, go for it. I'm not knocking it. Y'all look amazing. They look great. But I'm doing what I'm trying to do. So, and I want everyone to get to that place where you're trying to do what you're trying to do. Get your thing done. You're the main character in your story. You are the star of this movie. Do what you want to do, so. And I'm here to kind of facilitate and help you navigate this particular industry, but it's still your business. It's still your life. So that's why things are going to look a little bit different for everybody inside their business. I don't even need to read the comments to see this one. Net now. That's what I'm about, baby. Net now. No net, nothing. Net right now. Pay me upfront because I need it. And then when I get big enough and I have enough to cover your net payment or what have you, I will make you apply for it. I will run your credit. And if I feel like you're trustworthy, then I will give you a net something. Then I'd give you a net something, but not before I'm ready. Not before I'm ready. I don't want you to put your business at risk trying to earn someone else's business. Don't put your business at risk just trying to earn someone else's business. It's crazy. The name of the game is to not go out of business. You can always fight another day, get another account as long as you are in business. But the second you've done something as foolish as to loan some other company 30 days worth of outpay of your rates, paying your employees, and they don't pay you, that's a wrap for you. It's a wrap. You're out of business. That's game over. The only way you lose in this business is if you go out of business. So don't put yourself even close. Don't even get close to getting there. Don't even get close to going out of business. It's not worth the risk. Get paid up front, especially when you're in the very beginning. In the very beginning. Cool. You got money. You got money like that. You got a bag. Cool. Use your bag and let people pay whenever they want to pay then. Cool. That's to each his own. But for me and most of the people that I work with, they're not in that position. We're not heavily funded. We need this money to generate the money so that we can use the money to live. So that's it should. That's why business should make sense. The credit system kind of messed up the way we think about things, but at the end of the day, somebody's got to make the money. We got Carter Cool Kid. Everybody has dope YouTube names now, and I'm kind of still stuck with DJ the Boss. I've kind of had to make it work. It kind of works. I mean, it has nothing to do with cleaning or anything like that, but whatever. We here now. We almost to 20,000 subscribers, so I don't think it's killing us. But shout out to everybody else who has cool YouTube names. I'm jealous. But Carter Cool Kid says, hey, thanks for sharing. Just wanted to know some strategies I can start using today to find cleaners for my residential cleaning business. Thank you. Two things you can do today is you can make posts on job boards like Indeed, Monster, and the things that give you free outreach when you post job posts on them. You'll get some applications. You'll probably get some applications today if you finish that in the next 10, 15, 20 minutes. It only takes like 20 minutes to actually set up and do. But that's where you can get kind of some applications, some people that might have some interest. If you are paying, if your hourly rates are competitive compared to your area, another thing is you can do is you can subcontract. So you can reach out to some cleaning companies in your area and give them a work, and you're just marking up the work from to after you pay them. That's where your profit margin comes in. But yeah, that's those are two ways to go about it. Reach out to some cleaning companies and make some job posts to start taking in applications. I don't know if you have a subcontractor model or a W-2 employee model, but yeah, those are two of the things that you would do. Make some job posts. Another cool thing, I don't know what, yeah, I really don't know what your business model is, but I've done things like at community colleges and universities, I've made like on their little bulletin board where kids are looking for activities and jobs to do. I've put things on there, and I've actually had pretty good turnouts from there. I've had good turnouts and good employees from Craigslist, even Craigslist, Indeed, uh, all the different job boards, Monster, all those things. Um, yeah, anything in your local community that you can think of, reach out to those people. Getting employees is an activity that you guys hear me say this all the time. Employees and customers, you should be trying to get both of them 100% of the time, whether you have work or whether you whether you don't have work, whether you have places for them to clean or places for them not to clean. You need to have you need to always be hiring and always be looking for new business. You're always anyone say, "Hey, you guys hiring?" Yes, absolutely. Fill out an application. Yes, every time. The answer to that is never no. You're always looking for new employees. You're always looking for new clients. And in the same fashion, in the same way, you probably have it in your head that you need to market and you need to sell for cleaning to get new clients. You need to do the same thing for employees. It's the same thing. That's part of the job as well. You need to sell and market for employees as well. It's something that happens all the time. But yeah, something that you can do today is make those posts today. Like, and Indeed would probably be the fastest way. Uh, yeah, to go about getting some applications online. You probably get more than you would just going out physically somewhere right now. But do all those other things. Where was that? Another thing, W-2, so subcontractors, those mom and pop, small mom and pop maid services and stuff like that. I think those types of small cleaning companies also are looking for more work. And those, if you don't already have a bunch of W-2 employees to go out and clean these places, those are the next best thing is to just have subcontractors go out and take care of those accounts for you. Don't have to train them. Don't have to buy them any supplies. Don't have to motivate them. You just have to let them know, point them into the direction of what they need to go to. For me, I use an app my app Cleaning Boss, which you guys should go and check out Cleaning Boss and try it for 14 days for free to help manage all your locations and your employees. But yeah, I have my subcontractors already inside of Cleaning Boss, just like I have my employees. As new jobs come up, if there's a job opening, I just assign instead of an employee, I assign a subcontractor, and the checklist is there for them to view to see what they need to do. The address is there for them to see where they need to go and how to get there. There's pictures so they know exactly what it looks like before they get there, and boom, job's done. So I use Cleaning Boss for that, and yeah, send them out there. But those smaller made companies are usually gold for things like that. It's a little bit more expensive, so it might eat into your profit margins a little bit more than something regular. That if you have like a regular subcontractor or a regular employee, but still a way to kind of get the work done. People of Reddit says, how do some cleaning businesses run remotely, like out of state contracts? Do they hire out the work? And if so, what are the kinds of systems they use to train their cleaners to do the job? So, just like I kind of mentioned to Carter Cool Kid in the comment above, a lot of subcontracting. Most people who are doing work out of state are subcontracting. So, I do some subcontracting in states where I really don't have a plan to ever go in, but all the states where I plan to to have a physical presence. I don't subcontract. I still run the same business model that I run here. So, and here, even though it's around here and I can physically get to everything, I still consider it a remote cleaning business because I don't have to necessarily go anywhere. Those systems take care of everything. It's things like Cleaning Ball, so that I have my cleaners inside of my system, inside of my software. I have my locations inside of my software. Their schedules are there. Everyone can see their schedules. I can assign people. It goes right to their schedule. They can see the locations they need to clean. There's checklists inside of once they clock in and go through the checklist and knock off each item. But even take it a step back before them, because you also ask what are the kind of systems they use to train their cleaners to do the job. Remote training, any learning management software, like I tell people, like a Talent LMS, or even just YouTube videos. You make a YouTube playlist to go through your training, or however you're going to train your employees to give them the information that they need to know to show up to a location. With at least a base knowledge of what to do when they get there. Uh, yes, as you get larger, if you have W-2 employees and you're going into a different state, hopefully you're profitable enough to have some management in that area, and that may be the first hire that you make. Maybe someone in management or a supervisory role, so that they can train people, on how to use the app, so that they can be with people physically through them starting on locations and things like that as they go through after they finish their digital training, for someone to go and check behind them and do quality control throughout what I do is a trial period, basically, probationary period for new cleaners. If it's about 2 weeks, and then once they're on their own, then they're on their own. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. It's not a super complicated process. It's just always a mix. It's always a mix of your processes and procedures are always a mix of technology and people. So for me, it's in payroll, it's through QuickBooks. So I have QuickBooks managing the money, Cleaning Boss manages the activities that we do, and that's it. And the people manage everything outside of that. The people are inputting the inputs into those things. So salespeople and accountants work inside of the QuickBooks. Managers and cleaners work inside of Cleaning Boss, and that's how the company operates. And yeah, marketing, we do our own thing in marketing. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question. Let me know if you need me to you want me to reiterate on something about the remote cleaning, but it's not extreme, it's not super complicated. So it's just technology and people. That's usually it. You have to have enough money if you're gonna do W-2, you're gonna have to have enough profit to pay management out in that area. Or if you have like a relative or something in the area who can run that area for you. But yeah, it's always a mix of technology and people. That's it. Or you subcontract. Let's see. What else we got? Dragon says that's wild. I don't remember what. Dang, I wish saw when that popped up because I don't remember what you were talking about. Alan AVI says, appreciate your content, bro. I just started and went out today, talked to 6, 7 businesses, got some emails, left some cards. A lot of them said they do it in house. Yeah. Some people do a lot of companies do it in house. They understand the value of it. It's worth it for them to have someone on staff to clean every day, and that's okay. Should it ever change? They have your business card, they have your information. Awesome. Maybe that's something that you can do. Like nothing's a no. So just because they do it in house, great. Who's in charge of who is that person? Maybe they can give me some advice on running a facility of this size, or maybe I can do a podcast with this person who's also in my area who manages a facility that's just like the types of facilities that I want to clean. Get some insight, use some of his brand, use some of his knowledge. I promise you, if you reach out to that person, that lead janitor or the head of custodial or head of facility management at that company, and ask them to be on a podcast for your cleaning company that you put out to your community, and you look like the hero of the cleaning industry, the person who knows everything in the cleaning industry, I guarantee you that looks better for your business than I went to this building and one time and they told me no. Now at least you got something out of it. Now you get to do some marketing. Squeeze everything out of every situation. But yeah, you're not gonna sell everybody. That's why it's a numbers game. That's why you need to keep doing. You need to do a lot of volume. I talked to someone the other day in a consultation, and they were like, "Yeah, we do 20 calls a day. We call 20 people a day." and we're just not getting any traction. I'm like, 20 people a day. I used to call 200 people before 10. 20 people a day. You think you're gonna scale a business? You're wild. You clearly don't have a idea of what business is, the scale and of what it takes to do business. It's a numbers game, which means you need numbers. You need numbers. Sure, Complicated says, yes, such a breath of fresh air. Billing up front. Yes, you will feel a weight lifted off your shoulders when you start billing up front and having the money to manage the business at the start of the month, as opposed to paying for everything yourself and then hoping some money comes at the end of the month and enough that you still have some left over after paying all the stuff that you've probably borrowed to make happen. Yeah, it just should make sense. It's too simple not to make sense. John the Collector says, yo, DJ, what's your take on uniforms and how high would you put it in your priorities when starting out? So, like a lot of things, it depends on what kind of business you want. For me personally, I'm huge on uniforms. I have fired people for having their shirt not tucked in. I like it's, I fired my brother for not having his shirt tucked in. Like I'm big on uniforms. I'm huge on brand. I'm huge on the way the company looks, the way the company comes off. I want to have a professional appearance and demeanor, and I get to control all of that because I have W-2 employees. And so I want my company to look a certain way. I want us to be perceived a certain way. And so yeah, I'm big on uniforms. I'm big on what we wear, what's allowed, what's not allowed, what type of shoes, what type of how to keeping your hair, because that's also there's also regulations to cleaning and like hair and things like that in terms of safety, goggles and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm big on brand. I'm big on uniforms. Now here is the opposite side of that. It also at the same time does not fucking matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's also a nothing burger. For me, it's important. For me, it's important because I want my brand to come off a certain way. It doesn't mean that you have to be super gung ho on uniforms or fire people for not wearing the right type of uniform like I do. Like it's something that was important for me because I believe in brand and I needed to at at least back when I made these policies, I needed to try to be able to point a camera at my company at any time and get basically my company's version of a stock image for us, some original photography and media. And so I needed my employees to always look and be dressed a certain way. And that's something that you can't do with subcontractors. So but yeah, nothing's better or worse. I see no big homies at the bottom is already asking, said, what's better to have W-2 employees or contractors? What does the taxes game look like? W that way. There's not a huge, to be honest, it's not a huge difference. It's a business model difference, a matter of preference on whether or not you want to have the control of how things are done within that company or not. That's pretty much it. It's not like a, well, I'll get to it because I talk about that a lot. Uh, let's see what else we have. Yeah, no, that's where we are. Okay. Yeah, nothing's better or worse. Like yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't change as much as you think it does. I think the taxes for employees are a little bit more upfront. The taxes for having W-9 employees are on more on the back end because W-9 contractors they file their own taxes, so it's just a little bit less work. It's a little bit easier. You lose a good bit of control. It's just a matter of preference of which business model you want to run. How much control do you want to have? How much do you want to be involved? Um, how big on holding on to the brand or the relationship with the customer? Uh, how much that is important to you? It's kind of just a matter of preference of what kind of business do you want to run. I like having control. I like being able to, have my say over the uniform and have my say over what processes we use to clean and how we train and what people look and sound like and what people are doing. I like having control over all that stuff because as the market changes and as prices and things change, I get to individually pull all those levers, right? I like being able to control all those aspects of my business because I never know on the outside may affect something. So the more that I can control, the easier it is for me to make decisions, and the easier it is for me to actually navigate the ship. And that's just me. That's what appealed to me was running my own thing, having employees. Yeah, I didn't really care to like give a bunch of business to a bunch of subcontractors. I do that now, but I always wanted to just have my own company with my own employees. I kind of like fell in love with like the fairy tale of like maybe like one day I'm gonna have my 40 employees show up to my big house and we have a Christmas party. Did that, was not how I dreamed it was gonna be. Was much more of a headache than I wanted it to be. I've only done it once, so but yeah, but that's kind of how I started. But I still like the idea of owning everything and having everyone wear the same logo and everyone be, for one brand. And I think that's kind of the reason why our brand is what it is in the community, because people see the uniforms, they see the color scheme, they see the advertisements, they see us in these buildings, and it's easy to identify who we are. So, but yeah, I don't think either one's better. I like W-2 employees. For me, some people just love the ease of working with contractors. You don't got to train. You don't got to worry about uniforms. You don't got to worry about anything. You just got to sell. You just got to sell. You got to market and sell, and you're good. Worry about some profit margins between what you watch your expenses and how much you're paying out versus how much you're getting, and you're off to the races. But I kind of want to have more of a company, more people that are working directly for the company, have my brand a little bit more known. For, I don't know, maybe it's vanity, maybe it's just for vanity, but it's just up to you. People wrote it as, when you were starting out, DJ, was it difficult wearing all the business hats like marketing, sales, cleaner, ads manager, etc.? Absolutely, and I still wear all those hats. I haven't changed. I'm the founder. I know everything, which is why I get to sit on this platform and do this with you guys, like in real time. I'm not scared that someone's gonna ask me a question that I don't know the answer to, because I've done everything inside of my business. And when I don't know, if someone asks me something that I didn't do inside of my business, then I don't have an answer for them. I'm cool with saying I don't know, but I've done everything. Like, and I've done everything at a high level, so it gives me extreme confidence. Like I don't. It doesn't matter at all. Like like at this point, I'm so used to doing and wearing all the hats that it's just being in business for me. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, what activity is inside the business. If the business needs it done, I know that I have the capability to do it, but I also know that I have the capability to get it done without me touching it. I have the capability to create the processes and procedures to where these things can happen without me. And that's what building a business is, and that's what building a business looks like. Yes, in the beginning, it's difficult. It's difficult. It's time consuming, because you realize that all these different hats that you wear, these are all full-time jobs. Running SEO is a full-time job. Running email and copywriting is a full-time job. Doing sales, cold calling, and emailing, and that's a full-time job. Like, actually doing the cleaning, if you have enough hours, it's a full-time job. You only have time for so many full-time jobs. So yes, it is difficult. It is work. But if it wasn't difficult, then guess what? Everybody would be doing it. Everybody, it has to be difficult. There has to be a buffer in between it. It has to be some difficulty. Yes, it's difficult, but you only need to get dangerous enough to make smart hiring decisions. But it's how you stay. It's how you don't get messed over. You don't get taken advantage of later on when someone tells you, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this SEO project for you. It's going to cost $4,000 for us to do this on page optimization for you," and blah blah blah. And you ask them what exactly are they doing, and they can't tell you anything. Like, you don't get scammed like that, because if you spend time doing SEO, there's only but a few things you can do on page. Like, you can do some schema, your regular H1N1 site title, meta description, and the copy on the page, maybe some meta tags on pictures and stuff like that. But other than that, there's not a whole lot you can do on page, and it usually doesn't cost that much, at least per individual page. But when you know something about the industry, when you know something about what it is that you're doing, you don't get taken advantage of, because you sound knowledgeable, and you clearly have the experience in it, and you know what kind of effort it takes. Yeah, it's difficult, but you lean on technology, and the second that you have the ability to hire those things out to get things off your plate, you do it. You buy your time back. You if you're super busy doing all these things, hopefully you're at least making some money. As soon as you're making money, start buying some of your time back. You just slowly start buying your time back, which is why you have to keep working hard in the beginning. This is why it's hard, is because you're busy, you're already worked, you're already overworked, and that's where people kind of get stuck. Is they're just working, 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 and they're like, yeah, I'm making money, but I'm working way too much, and so like it ends up being unsustainable. But soon as when that money starts coming in and it's enough to sustain your life, start buying that time back. Start buying some of your time back. Start hiring out to for some people to do some of those tasks that you don't like to do or that you're not as good at and that you know can be improved. Start paying money for those things to happen. Alan AV says, lady at Animal Hospital said they had someone quote them and she thought it was too high. I told her we could tailor the cleaning plan for her to fit her budget, and we'll see if they hit me back for a walkthrough. Yeah, that's how I do it. All of my contracts are custom. They're all custom contracts, so we always have to do a walkthrough, and we always ask for the budget. Those are things we need. Like, cause I think about it. It's not like everyone says they don't want to give you their budget because it's in old school terms, old school thinking. That's a you don't give away your number. You never give away your negotiating number. They think they're in a negotiation, but I'm not negotiating with you. I'm providing a custom service. I'm not negotiating with you. You don't negotiate with your realtor. Like it's not a negotiation. That's how I think about it. Like real estate. Like imagine going to a real estate agent and saying, "Hey, show me some. I'm looking for a house to buy. Show me some houses." And they're like, "Okay, well, what's your budget?" And you're like, "I'm not gonna tell you my budget." That's you look goofy. Now, business owners in that moment, and with to their yeah, to all due respect to them, they don't know that they look goofy when they do that, but that's how they look. Like, and so in your head, you just have to understand that that's the message that you're trying to get across to them. Like, I can't show you a house if I don't know how much house you can afford or how much house you want to buy. I don't know what neighborhood to bring you in. I'm like, because I can walk you to a mansion, a $10 million mansion that you could never buy, or I can walk you to a neighborhood that you're going to be offended that I even walked you through. So like you got to give me something to go on. I need something. I don't care what the number is. I'm not trying to negotiate with you. I'm trying to provide a custom service. So, but yeah, that's how I do it. And that's how I suggest doing it for commercial specifically. Maybe not wherever you can, you want to automate things and wherever. So if you have a very systematized client type, like a house or the same thing that you do over and over again, like or something that's going to be similar, like post construction or apartments or dorm rooms and stuff like that. Those you can come up with maybe a price per square feet. Because you have your systems kind of dialed in, you know exactly what it costs and what to do every single time it happens. Then you can just give people a price per square foot. But yeah, aside from that, no, I need to do a walkthrough. It's a custom project. I need your budget. I need what the budget is. How much you paying? How much are you paying right now? And like and how much would you ideally want the bill to be? Like you have an opportunity to make the bill whatever you want. How much is it? How much? Exactly. How much is it? You make your bill, and then I'm going to tell you what you're going to get for that number. If that's a match, then great. Then but I will also give you the information for what it will cost for me to add the things that I think you should have, the things that I think, uh, if I were you, this is what I would do. I will give them that information, but I'm really only trying. I'm not trying to negotiate with you. I'm just trying to get you what it is that I'm trying to get a solution that fits for you. I'm trying to find a solution. I'm not trying to sell. John the Collector says, do you target brand new businesses? And if so, do you have tips on prospecting them? I don't. I generally target like the largest businesses and brands in the world. Like if you guys look on my Instagram, if anybody was on my Instagram, you'd see like the story of the like one of the businesses that I did a walkthrough for yesterday. Like I own like I target those types of businesses. We were talking about Boeing earlier. Boeing. I target those types of businesses. The Facebooks, the Amazons. That's what I want. I'm a whale hunter. That's what I do right now. That's all I'm worried about. I have other things happen inside the business. I honestly couldn't tell you what they are. I'm sure Maddie's a little bit closer to those type of projects. But for me, I only get out of bed for the big dogs. That's all I'm worried about right now. That's it. I'm trying to tie my brand to the biggest brands in the world. And as I take over a couple more states and a couple more major cities, maybe go start to flirt with the idea of maybe going national. That's kind of it. That's kind of it for me. Brian Barreto says, saw your story on Instagram. You were at Lincoln Square. Yep. I have two accounts there providing day porter service. Yep. Dope. Yeah, so you know who's in that building. That's Microsoft has like several floors in that building. So I had a nice little meeting up there with those guys. But crazy enough, the job wouldn't be for that particular building. They have a campus, a whole campus that they need some work done for, and some after hours cleaning for, which is what I specialize in. So, but dope. May catch you around the Microsoft campus at some point, Brian. Let's see. Thanks. It says, wanting your own teams, uniforms, and full control isn't vanity. You're protecting your vision. Exactly. I'm doing the business how I want to do it. I'm running it the way that I want to run it, which is what I want for all of you guys. Run your business the way you want to run it. You know, it's designed to kick money back to you how you want it. Like now you get to decide. Like like it's not about how much money you make. It's how you make it. You get to feel so much better about how you make your money, and because of that, you're gonna make more of it because you feel so good about how you make it. Nobody's gonna be able to tell you anything. You know how I know? Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me shit. I love the way I make my money and the way I've gone about making my money. I'm so comfortable and I'm so secure in it. So secure in it that I don't even have to say the amount. I don't even tell people how much I make. As you guys know, I've only even started to let figures pop out because freaking AJ likes to talk about it 24/7. But I even tell people how much it is. I'm so secure in it and so happy with life and the progress that I've made and the outcomes that I've created for myself and for my family and the people around me, the value that I've built in my community. I'm so secure in that. And that's what I want for you guys. Do it for yourself. Do it your way. Be smart, but do it your way. Alan Ivy says, "Yeah, your Boeing vid was crazy. Congrats on that. Appreciate it, man." Oddly enough, I mean, the Planet Fitness deal was like twice the size of what I'm doing right now in revenue from with Boeing. But yeah, the Boeing's a big deal. The Moonman 23 says, "What up, DJ? Fire emojis. I do junk removal, but I find value from your lives. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. You're like that. I already know your business is doing well because this is the type of activity that I used to do. Like I used to be on junk removal companies videos. I used to be on lawn care, lawn landscaping videos and their YouTube channels. I used to be on pressure washing channels or whatever. I used to be on all like I still watch all those guys. I still watch everybody because it's not like any service business. The principles are exactly the same. The business principles are exactly the same. Like the differences in residential and commercial usually pretty similar. The way you reach out to these customers, like it's usually pretty similar, if not exactly the same. So yeah, that's smart. I can tell you're a smart guy already. Brian Rose says, "Big old fish, bro. They wouldn't let us take over their night service. Price sensitive, yeah. They're currently with Metro on both South End and North Side. Shitty service from there. Yeah. So Brian, you're out here in my area. So how we get past like things like that, like we don't have to get around those guys. We can go through them through staffing. So like we can provide those companies staffing. So if it was something that was that important, like I could show you how you could just offer them staffing and mark up some labor for them and still get your feet in there if that was something that was super important to you. But yeah, dope that you're out here, man. We have to link up, do a podcast or something at some point. But it looks like that's all the questions that we got for today, man. I appreciate y'all being here, being the realest cleaning business community on the internet. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all being here. I will be back next Tuesday, man. I gotta go ahead and get ready for basketball practice with my son. I'm not coaching, but he's on a next pro Puma Circuit AAU team. They practice damn near every day, so I'm gonna go there and support him while he's at practice. Bring his Gatorade and be bag boy and whatnot. But yeah, man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. Remember to go and try Cleaning Boss at mycleaningboss.com. And yeah, start your free trial for 14 days. Start managing your business using some technology. Make things a little bit easier. I promise you, you start adding systems like that, things get a whole lot easier in your business. So you really start to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel of what it looks like to have hands off of your cleaning business and be able to kind of let it operate itself. But yeah, of course, check out all the links in the description, all the things that I have to offer, all the different resources that I have, books and guides and templates and things like that. Some free, some paid. Check them all out. Book a consultation with me if you want to have something like this, but more on a one-on-one, more specific to you and your business type of level. I do that for a lot of people. It's something that I specialize in, and most of those people end up having some success. So I'm really proud of how many people we've been able to get to six figures from obviously less than six figures, but some even from absolutely zero. Yeah, take a look, man. Love y'all. Stay vigilant. Keep working. If you run from the work, you might as well hide from the money. And that's it, man. Y'all keep that boss mentality. Peace.
Loving how you boss, babe. It's for all my dreamers and my doers and all the entrepreneurs. Just believe in what you're doing and pursuing love. This for all my boss, babe. Go do your boss, babe.
Boss fam, really quick, you have got to start automating your sales process. I know you love your cleaning business, this is your baby, but you can't do everything. You're trying to run a business here. So automate your sales process so that you can have more time to close deals and grow your cleaning business. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're the CEO, you're the owner. So you are responsible for growing the business, not doing all those small day-to-day tasks. And if you don't know how to automate your sales process, I have a guide. So go in the link in the description and download the guide. That way you can start automating the sales process and start growing your business and working on your business instead of in it. Love you guys. Keep that boss mentality. Peace. I specialize in coaching and consulting for new and aspiring commercial cleaning business owners just like you. My goal is to equip you with the tools and the knowledge you need to thrive in this competitive industry. I come up with a custom plan for you and your business. Best practices, marketing strategies, and industry secrets, and anything else you need to get ahead. You're also going to save a lot of money by avoiding costly mistakes by learning from someone who's experienced and who's done exactly what you're trying to do. Book a one-on-one session with me, and we can help get your business to the next level.